Welcome to the Beard Me That Beard podcast show. I'm David.
And I'm Sam.
Welcome to Pod Deck Mini number 181.
Is it?
11.
Damn,
Yes, because the
it's
last
just
one was 10.
It's a lot to keep track of.
That's what this would be, the 22nd week of this year of making this podcast of this year.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw your mouth moving, but it did not
mean
register
this
what
is
was
the
coming out.
76th week of doing this
Week?
podcast.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so much.
But yeah, Pod Deck Mini number 11. It's an episode card from the Pod Deck episode deck, which you can find at poddecks.com. The original idea is share your morning/nightly routine, but we have evolved it. We trained it.
I mean, we've expanded.
Level 16 evolution starter into share your day. Share your average day.
Share a typical day.
Yeah, a work day. We kind of decided because that's what me, Sam, and most of the world does. It's pretty sad actually when you think about it that we work 5 to 7 days a week.
Majority of our time,
Basically, yeah.
during the course of a week, is spent doing stuff for other people.
Yeah, for other people's gain.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, let's start with your morning, 8 or when you wake up to like 12.
Are we talking like an average work day?
Just
You're
an
saying,
average
right?
day, nothing special.
What about like so I know times have changed and like people have been affected.
Yeah, pandemic.
By certain things in recent memory.
Why don't you take it as how you want?
Well, typically, on a typical work day for like the past...
Not this year, but not even last year. But
Oh, you mean an average...
No, you can say whatever you want, buddy.
Well, there's not... I mean, like, okay, so really the only thing that's changed for me is...
I hate my job now.
No. But like I've just made it a point to wake up earlier. So I have my alarm set for about 5 a.m. I'm supposed to be in office as of late at about 9. So
It takes you 4 hours to get ready.
for me to be a conscious...
Do you actually wake up at 5?
So
Or
here's
do
the
you
thing.
Hit the
Here's the
snooze like
thing.
9 or 10 times.
I set my alarm for 5, and then I set my alarm for 5:15, and I set my alarm for 5:30, and then I get out of bed.
So 5:30.
5:30.
But do you actually wake up and then go back to sleep?
In fact, I, being a weirdo, will anticipate. My body just knows that my alarm's going to go off at 5, so I kind of like wake up a little bit ahead of time most of the time.
Yeah, you have like an internal clock. Yeah.
I hate it. And then I'm like, okay, then I'll just sit here for like, just lay here for like another like 5 minutes waiting for this thing to go off just so I can hit snooze again.
But do you actually sleep in those 14 and
No.
some seconds?
No, it's like, it's
just lay there.
it's uncomfortable. Like, it's just, I like to start my day with a little anxiety. So, yeah.
How does waking up 4 hours before you have to get to work
No,
anxious at all?
So that is just because like I am by nature a night person, and like I am a zombie in the morning. So I give myself that time to kind of at least have some kind of...
It takes you a long time to actually
On a work day,
In a
it takes me
working mode.
forever to be like a conscious person.
just to get up to get ready.
It is a struggle.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll get out of bed 5:30. I'll make my way up to the kitchen,
Downtown.
and about like the past 5-6 years, I've been on. I'm real big on like the step tracker craze. So my daily goal was about 20,000 steps a day, which is like 10 miles or so. But that was when I was using Fitbits.
This is now impossible.
That was when I was using Fitbits a lot, which I don't use anymore because I've gone through way too many in too small a window of time. So I swapped to a much cheaper off-brand that I don't remember the name of.
Called
It's like a
BitFit.
Chinese. It's like Xiaomi. I don't know. That they don't
Yao
sponsor
Ming,
us.
the basketball
Yes,
player?
Yao Ming sent me a personalized fitness tracker, but it is a lot less sensitive. So like, you have to work harder to get any number of steps. So I just changed my goal to about 15,000.
Okay.
So my goal is to hit like 5,000 or 6,000 before I leave the house in the morning. So I'll, like I said, wake up, stroll upstairs, and I just march around in my kitchen for about like an hour, and then I'll be making like I try and aim for like 2 cups of coffee and like 2 full bottles of water, just to kind of like help myself just further wake up. And then I will have bathroom time allotted for like another like half an hour,
Jesus
45 minutes, just in case.
Is this getting ready or just using the bathroom?
This is it's a bit of both. Like I'm using the bathroom.
You're just sitting on the toilet, or are you
like whether
taking
I
a
need that
shower?
amount of time or not? I have that amount of time set aside, and then there's a little bit of a window of time before I decide to hop into the shower and then
Jesus
furiously
Christ.
rush out of the house to get on the road. And I try to leave my house
All
about
right, so if we do this by math, 5:30, you're upstairs marching
Right.
for an hour, 6:30, then half an hour to take a shit,
yeah
and then you now
7 o'clock.
Now you have 2 hours.
7 o'clock. I
Enter your 45-minute shower.
No, I go. I
you're
that's when I
right.
try and do some of my exercise stuff. So I have a
you're working
routine.
out. Okay.
I have a routine where that's like I do a mix of like lower body and upper body. So it's like some squats, some planking, and like some bench stuff. And I try and wrap that up by like 7:35, 7:45.
So you do like a quick half
Just
an
a
hour
quick
workout.
thing. Yeah. No real cardio or anything. Unless I like wrap that up earlier for some reason, then I'll hop on a treadmill for like X amount of time. But then I try and leave myself like 15, 20 minutes for like just showering, brushing my teeth and stuff. And then I try and be out the door by like 8:10, 8:15. And then I just drive to work.
Pray that you get there on
Yeah,
time.
it is like a 40, depending, like a half an hour to like a 45-minute drive most days, something like that.
And you start work at 9,
Yeah, and then I just stare at a computer monitor,
waiting for the orders.
waiting for
something. To
waiting
happen.
for various print requests, mailing requests, and then the time just goes by, and then I'll leave. And then I try and depending if my girlfriend is working at about the same time, she's usually off like a little bit after than me. So
Which is enough time for you to get up here.
which is enough time
Get
for
up
me to
there.
like just get out of the office, drive down, and then wait in the parking lot for her, and then I will grab her for lunch, take her home, and then I'll come home and just kind of whatever,
And okay.
just like
So don't get ahead.
yeah.
We're only doing mornings.
Oh, okay.
Chill.
Oh, sorry,
My-
David. I think I just
My
chewed up a
morning's
lot of
super
time.
easy, and it's not. I have nothing to say, but I get up at 6. I take some supplements,
Mm-hmm.
caffeine, workout at 6:30. Right, I take more supplements at 6:30, and then hopefully I'm done by 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
8, shower, and then typically on a typical day, whether it be COVID or not, work at 7:30 or 8,
Mm-hmm.
and then.
See, that sounds like a reasonable amount of time you
like,
give yourself.
Before COVID, it was I work from home, so I don't really have to give myself your hour.
True,
drive.
I guess you don't drive.
So if I had to go somewhere, it would be 5 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
But even like pre-COVID, it was I couldn't even say a typical day started at 7:30 for me because
Mm-hmm.
my day was sometimes 7:30,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes 2 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
because I do performances at night. So it's just that's typical. But right now it's mostly like a 8 to 4:30 kind of thing. Real boring.
When
Real
you're talking
boring.
about your work
Yeah,
time.
real boring. But soon fall we'll probably be back.
Cool.
But yeah, like breakfast after I work out, I guess, which is like a protein shake.
I was going to
and
ask, because like,
some-
what's your breakfast
some-
look like?
Some definitely protein shake, probably 2 boiled eggs. And
You're not
then-
doing your microwaved
and
eggs like you.
then more supplements.
Oh my gosh.
And in this whole time, I've drank like almost 72 ounces of water before
Ah,
I
interesting.
even get into a shower. Yeah.
So what's your aim by the end of the day for water consumption?
140 ounces.
140 ounces.
No,
That's
128. Sorry, a gallon.
a gallon. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, 140, that's over a gallon.
I have it in the app. Unlike Sam, I use a Fitbit and I don't destroy them.
They just break on
I
me.
had one problem once and they sent me a new one because it was under warranty.
Yeah, don't do that.
Sam wouldn't talk to
I
anyone
just
about
absorb the
about
cost.
a warranty.
No, I don't want to.
But
just
yeah,
buy it and be done with it.
128 ounces. I checked my phone, but I usually hit 140.
That's cool.
Yeah. Water's super easy to drink, especially when you're drinking that many supplements. It's like
Makes
8
it
ounces
easy.
of water basically every time. And that's, but yeah, then work. Typically it's, now it's like a 20 something minute walk if I go in to work.
See, I wish I could walk to work. That'd
Super nice walk. Easy, get there. And then, yeah, but coming the fall, most performances and rehearsals don't start until 12. So don't really have to be there till then.
So you got a little bit of time to just.
But then I'm there until 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. There's the.
So you got time to meander beforehand, but then it's like
it just depends.
long days.
And then
maybe.
like if I do end a concert, then it's like I have to be there at work the next day at 7:30 if there's no concert, which sucks. Yeah.
All right.
It's really like a flip flop, like either mornings or night.
Okay.
Lunch. What do we do for lunch, Sam? At work.
At work,
Do you bring your meal prep?
I don't eat in the office.
You save.
So
you go for a run or you record something in your car.
Well, so our since with all this, I hate to bring it up still, but all this, it's with the pandemic stuff.
Why do you hate bringing it up? It's
because it's like
life.
everyone knows about it, and I'm like,
No
it's
one
just
knows
old
about
hat at this point. But
Thanks, Trump.
yeah. So we had our lunch hour reduced to half an hour. So normally I would like change and just run. I would try and fit in like a few miles. But I have less time, so I don't have time to like, and plus like, that bathroom situation's changed in the office. So there's like, they have like a shower space, but I can't use it right now because, obvious health concern. So I'll just pretty much just clock out, and then I have like a route that I'll just walk now, and I'll just have like headphones in, listen to music, podcast, whatever. Yeah. And that pretty much just eats up my half hour, and then I come back into the building to clock in, and I'm usually kind of sweating at that point, but it's fine. I don't care. There's nobody there right now.
Yeah. So then do you work a full 8 hours?
No, they have, the way it works right now, I think so I'm working 9 to 4, and then the remainder of the time that would make up like a regular 8-hour shift, they have it set aside for, I forget what it is. It's like hazard pay or something. So the equivalent of it. There's a name for it, but I can't remember right now.
So you're getting hazard pay?
Kind of.
Because it's a pandemic.
Well, yeah, it's not.
Like
they have their own in-house name for it, but I don't remember what it is. It's like health and safety or whatever. But
emergency.
Something.
You might die, but here's an extra 50 cents.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then just finish out the remainder of my shift, and then we have like a couple couriers that pick up like as we're going out the office, so we just have to like.
But you're
leave
off,
mail out.
You're off
so.
before like 4:30 or 5:30, right?
Yeah, unless something comes in that needs like attention immediately, like we're out at 4, and then I'm usually out of the parking lot like at latest like 10 after, because sometimes I just like to just amble about,
take a shit,
just check my phone for stuff. No, I don't. No, man, never in public.
God.
I can't handle it.
Do you turn the
It's too gross.
faucets on in other people's homes too?
No, I never. My own home, that's the only place I feel comfortable doing.
You would never. Have you ever shat somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, then
I'm a human being, but I would prefer to
Everyone
act like it's not an
prefers to
option.
shit at home.
Yeah, so I
But
try
they
to make
know.
it. That's why I have that time allotted in the morning
To
so
get
it's
it
just
out
like
of the
this is
way.
the max. This this is enough time to do business. So like, there's no excuse.
Even if I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm like, if you have an emergency later, it's your fault because you didn't get it out of the
You
way.
take one shit a day.
Yeah,
Good for you.
it helps when you schedule stuff.
That's why you're
For
always,
me,
That's why
who
you're
does
always
not like to
late.
schedule things. Well, the way I would like. So I had a couple instances that kind of bumped heads a little bit at work, where it was like I was kind of struggling with my on time a little bit.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
I've gotten better because I've made adjustments.
'Cause now
But
you wake
generally,
up at
I
5.
work. Yeah, that definitely had a lot to do with me, like kind of just like
Yeah.
not getting out like in a reasonable amount of time.
For sure.
But generally, I am very slow to go anywhere. So,
Yes, you are.
yeah.
All right. So for me, I guess it depends on the day, but yeah, lunch is like at 12 to 1.
Do you actually eat lunch?
Over there right now during pandemic, no, I don't eat. Like if I do, I'll bring a shake. That's it. I would eat. Like I'd bring food.
Oh, you wouldn't go out.
Sometimes it just depends.
Yeah.
Like if I was prepared, but at one point I got like something that didn't make me feel good. I'm like, I don't even want to like eat on that at work ever again. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever eat at work ever again. We'll see though. There's some good places, but some places are mostly not good. But yeah, lunch for an hour, and then on a typical day, 4:00, the same thing. I'd be out done. Vice versa. If I started at 11 or 2:00, I'm still there.
And you're out
at
when
4
you're
is
out.
like when I'm
Yeah.
eating. Like that'll
Right.
be my lunch.
So
or
it'd be
5
more like
o'clock.
a 6 or 7 or
for
maybe an 8.
for no yeah way
If you're
late
in
because concerts start at 7.
Oh, right.
So pre and then post pandemic.
Anyway, just move your schedule back. That's
Concert
what that
starts
means.
at 7, and I'll be there at 11 or 12 because that's when the rehearsal is, and they'll rehearse until like 4, and then I'll go eat lunch. Piano tuner comes in like at 5, tunes the piano for an hour and a half, and then 6:30 we open doors, and 7 do the show, but that's like on a show day. But like so I'm either out like at 4 or 9
Whenever.
or 10, or like if there's something weird that day and it's not a show but a rehearsal that I need to be there, it might just be like 10 to 6:30. But it's usually a typical 8-hour at least.
Interesting.
But now pandemic, it's like if I do go in, I'm trying to get it out as fast as possible because it's just like not necessary to be there.
Yeah, if I get that.
It's like get it done. But if I do go in, it's like 5 hours probably max.
Cool.
No, but well, that's quickly changing. Thank you, CDC.
Yep.
And for those who are vaccinated, thank you.
Now, is this where we move into like post-work day?
I guess, yeah. So evening is what for you? I always
It's relax time.
Is it 7, 8, 6?
So pre-COVID, I would be out of office at like 7 or so. But like,
You work from 9 to 7.
no, I worked from 10 to 7.
Got it. So
Yeah.
your pre-COVID, it was 10 to 7.
That was my standard shift. I was
Got
the
it.
closer because our office would shut.
Yes.
Yeah, but now sitting is out at 4, I have time for some more stuff. So, like I said, I would go if my girlfriend's
Pick up your
off
girlfriend.
in the morning. If she's working that shift, she's not closing. Then pick her
Then
up,
she's
get
on her
lunch.
own.
Otherwise, it's pretty much like maybe I'll get lunch or I'll just make a beeline for home and just cook something.
Or both.
I could.
Drive through and then
Yeah,
cook
I could drive through somewhere, eat it, not be satisfied, and then go home.
and then drive through right before I get home, eat it, and then make a thing of rice.
There's been sometimes.
Huh?
It's not all the time.
You're
It's
like,
happened.
How do you know?
It's happened, but like, maybe if it was like a really shitty day at work or something, I might do something like that. But it's fine. But yeah, I'll just go home and just a lot of my time when I'm not like when I don't have a project that I'm working on, like I'll just be like on the couch watching whatever garbage. I don't know. It's like a lot of YouTube, like just video essays on movies and games, or like
Essays.
that's what
Jesus.
they're called, right?
I don't know.
Or like fail compilations, or if I just stumble on a series, I'll binge. Like this past week, I've been watching. I finished it in like a day, but Lock and Key. I finally got around to watching that on Netflix.
LOCKE.
Yeah,
And Key
Yeah.
E.
yeah.
I don't know what that is, but
It's pretty good.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And then like for instance, but yeah, but if I like I had like inspiration at some point and I'm working on like music or whatever, I'll just be in my room
Do some scratch tracks.
doing some beats, laying some
Some
real
fire.
shit vocals.
Some fire.
Yeah. Or lately, I've been editing a lot of like video stuff, and I was just telling David that I made the jump to Final Cut, which David uses to cut all our video stuff together.
iMovie,
yeah, which is a big jump.
It's a big jump, but all those Adobe bros would call it the same program.
It's well,
at least
fuck
we don't.
that.
At least we don't have a monthly payment.
Yeah, thank God. But yeah, that's generally how it goes. And then like, I try and be in bed like 11:30 to 12.
Going to sleep.
In bed.
Okay.
Like 11:30, 12ish, and then it's just a haze until I eventually just
flip of the coin when
fall. Just like I don't remember the instant I fall asleep, but I would imagine it's usually by like 1 or like 1 to 2 at some point.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's probably not that bad, but yeah.
And then you wake up at 5.
And then I wake up several times beforehand because, like, you know, I also drink a lot of water over the course of a day.
Do you piss a lot at night, like while you're sleeping?
I mean, like not while I'm sleeping. Like I'm just not. I'm not. My mattress ain't just soaking shit up. That's gross. But no, I wake up frequently to use the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's about it.
My post work on a normal day would be come home. Pre-pandemic, it'd like, depending on the day, go to a bar, like right down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
But they're closed now, so that's definitely not an option anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd probably be going home, eating dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever is on the, like, making content or
Mm-hmm.
streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
Or working out, because working out before 7:30 call time is pretty hard, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to be up like at 4:30,
Mm-hmm.
which I have before done multiple times.
It's fun.
That's when I was going to the gym, though.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's a little easier.
Yeah, because you work at home.
Now I do, yeah.
Right.
Now I have the home gym kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now if it's a late work day, then it's 9 o'clock getting out, 8 o'clock, depending on how I feel. And if I didn't work out, I would go work out that late, or just go to the bar.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, or go home. Like,
Yeah.
depends on the,
Yeah.
Most of the time, if I'm doing a late show before COVID, I would go to a bar because it's like 9 o'clock happy hour, late at night happy hour, so everything's super, super good deal.
Mm-hmm.
But like, obviously, if it was a 4 o'clock kind of deal, I would still do stuff, whether gym or make stuff like Sam.
Yeah.
Some.
Well, I definitely know.
Oh
my gosh. Well, I definitely know pre-COVID, I was building up to doing stuff over the week. Like I was out more frequently. 'Cause like I would try and do like maybe like, I was building up to maybe like 2-3 times a week. I would try and go out like after work and like hit up an open mic or do my karaoke or something like that.
It's right next to your place, huh?
Which one?
The one down the street from your place. Wasn't there a bar right there?
There was the two spots nearby that I would go to for karaoke on Wednesday and Saturdays. But like it was funny because like I had for the open mic stuff, I'd had like a whole list of places that I'd hit up. Like I called in asking about like, I'm like, okay, you have a website and it says you have open mic. What day is it and what time? And then like I made this whole list of just places all around North County and like even going down south more towards like Maine, San Diego. And like I had pretty much like a night every week with like a couple places each that would do it from this time to this time. And I was trying to make it a point to go more often than not. But I didn't really get a chance before everything shut down. I would go to there's the one coffee place that they would do.
Pete's?
No, the one that you came
Isn't
before.
it Pete's?
No, it's why am I blanking? I know what it is.
It's called Pete's. It's called Pizza.
I'm totally
Pizza
just
Cafe.
Phil's. Yeah. Why was I was struggling for that. Yeah, but they would do that like once a month, but there were places that would do it like weekly that I would try and go to. Like Peabody's. They had Monday nights from like I want to say like 8 to like midnight, and that was that was an interesting crowd that were going there. But then there's like, going towards San Diego, there's like Lestat's where they have that whole stage room next to the coffee spot. And there's a couple places out in like Carlsbad and Oceanside. And then even going towards like San Elijo and Escondido, there was a couple spots too. But, I hadn't got a chance to visit a lot of that.
And that was just your normal day.
I was trying to make it a normal thing.
You would go like after work straight to some place.
Yeah.
I mean, you're down there, right? I mean, you work.
Well, especially like Peabody's. That's like 2-3 exits down from
might as well.
my thing. Yeah. And like, like otherwise I'd just go home and do a thing.
Make it a point to make something, do something creative.
I was trying to because I'm not a sociable person anyway, but I was like, it'd be kind of cool to try and, make that a challenge for myself to try and go out and do stuff when it's very easy to not do that. But
no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Scratch tracks.
Damn, that would rack up quick with the expenditure, because I'd be like, well, I don't want to just sit here and not partake in the business around the music stuff. So I would get like a big steak with just like a beer on the side or something, and I'm like, this is a lot of money. This is a weekly expense now. Yeah.
At least you were partaking in capitalism. Thank you.
I was trying.
I'm sure those people enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm the opposite. I wouldn't really go out and do creative stuff. I would do it at home. But then Sam and I are different. I'm sociable, so I would go to
I am not
the same bar and just hang out with friends, because those are the only people I spend time with other than Sam and or my significant other.
It's not. There's more people in the world.
But average day, it would also depend on our dog too, because if my partner had work late, then I'd have to I have to take him out, so I have to go home.
Yeah, see, I have less responsibility in that regard. I'm pretty much I could do whatever.
Well, you got to pick up your
I
girlfriend.
don't have to, but I do it a lot because, one, I love her, and two,
yeah, you don't have to love her to pick her up.
I mean, it helps. It helps to love somebody, to do things for them.
Somebody to love.
But yeah, she doesn't drive.
Yeah.
So that's very helpful to her family that I do that, because, that is definitely something that is a challenge to work around. Yeah. She doesn't work down the street. I mean, she kind of does.
I mean, it's far.
It's far.
It's not a short
and
walk.
I do not feel comfortable just leaving her out, especially when she's closing, in a big vacant parking lot.
Yeah, that walk from the parking lot to anything else is a easy van pull up.
No, I worry.
Kidnap.
I get nervous thinking about that. So I was like, no, I got to be there.
Yeah. Because her family won't.
I didn't say that.
I mean,
but
your tone.
No. Whatever, man. Family is good.
On time.
What whatever, man. I got nothing to say.
So if she closed, I guess that would make it the same if she closed though for your 7:00, huh?
If she,
it'd be
obviously at some points, I wouldn't be able to, but I try to when I can. Yeah. But yeah,
no, I have an open mic, or yes, I'm grabbing.
Usually when it's the open mic thing,
she makes it
she'll have worked earlier in the day, or she would be working.
So you
that
have
day.
A lot of scheduling with her.
Yeah, it's a lot of I have to check in with her, because she doesn't tell me all the time. I'm like, hey, what days are you working this week?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can get you this day, and this day.
And then when she doesn't tell you, she'll be like, where are you? And you're like, what the fuck?
That has happened a couple times. And she's like, I
told you.
He's just like, I'm out. Where are you? I'm like, you didn't tell me you worked today. And then she's like, are you joking? And I'm like, no, you really didn't. She's like, no, I told you. I was like, no, you didn't. You definitely didn't.
Show me.
Yeah, I'm like, I can come get you. It's gonna be a minute.
Yeah. But
thankfully, yeah,
where it is.
But I'm like, but you definitely didn't tell me. But thankfully for you, there is a 24-hour store immediately next door, so you could just kind of fake shop next door, or shop. Yeah, which she does.
Awesome. Thanks for telling us that, Sam.
You're welcome.
And thanks to me for telling.
It's weird saying that stuff out loud.
I
find how
know.
boring I sound to myself.
Yeah, but someone out there has the exact same day as you.
I mean, but do they though?
I mean, we'll find out.
You could
write in saying I have the same day as Sam.
Yeah.
Call me. Wink, wink.
Who's this addressed to?
Send nudes. But yeah, thanks for listening to this Pod Deck Mini.
Keep listening. Beer Me That Beer is a San Diego-based craft beer YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and podcast show.
And for more of us, check out beardmethatbeer.com. That's beardmethatbeer.com. If you want to reach out directly to us, email us at bmtbinfo@gmail.com. That's bmtbinfo@gmail.com.